Okay, I think we're streaming here. And get it started. There it goes. You guys should be seeing me now. Hi there, everybody. If you can't tell by my voice, I ended up getting sick. I'm not as invincible as I thought I was. It's bothering my eyes like crazy. It's not that late. It's only 9 o'clock. I'm usually up pretty late. But it's been a little while since I've done this, and I thought it would be good for me to do it today, and just thought I'd hang out with you guys and talk, and kind of was needing that. And yep, hello everybody, good to see you. Again, I'm sick, so you'll have to excuse me. It's been going through the whole family. How's meal prep going? Pretty dad-like. I haven't done many awesome meals. We had hamburgers tonight, so cooked hamburgers, which that's a pretty good meal, and hamburgers and chips and yep. So that was nice, and still having a lot of grilled cheese and pizza and that sort of thing. But I'm getting my act together there. We're gonna get that figured out and do more nice meals. Yep, I just did put that video up. I was nervous about putting it up because I wasn't going to put that footage up there my birthday, but I did. And I'm glad I did now. I got a lot of nice encouragement and comments, and it was obviously a hard day. But well, hey Laura. Yep, I was Grandma Fern mac and cheese. Yep, that one's really good. Amy's been making that for the kids a lot when she's here on Wednesdays. We take them to the library and stuff, and she comes back and makes them a meal. But I still don't know how to do that. I know it's ridiculously simple, and I have it written down, so I can do it, but I haven't done it. Kids are all in bed. Yep, it's they go to bed at 8, so it's they've been in bed an hour. The teenagers, they don't have a bedtime, are still up, mostly playing computer downstairs. So zinc, huh? Well, I took one of those airborne things. I think it's got that in it. What is your bedtime routine with so many kids? Must be crazy. It's not. It's not. We've got a really good system. They self-manage a lot of their stuff. So the alarm goes off. It's time for bed, and they start just going off by themselves to get to bed. I get Claudia and Sophia milk in sippy cups, and we lay Hannah down if she's not already laying down, and say goodnight and sleep tight and all that good stuff, and it's really pretty smooth. What has been the most eye-opening experience in terms of chores that you have learned since Andrea's passing? Well, it's mostly that if I don't do it, it won't get done. That's always a strange thing. And I know I was lazy as a husband. I'd put my coat on the table, and I just assumed, fairies would go put it away eventually. And now if I don't hang my coat up, it'll never be hung up. And so just doing more. It's tough to keep up on laundry. I've got the laundry situation pretty well handled. When I get up in the morning, I do a load and then take a load out, and the kids fold them as part of their new breakfast chores. And it made me think I could have been doing that while Andrea was alive. I think laundry was a big chore, and it's not that bad to handle that. So that's been nice. I could have done that when she was alive, though, and saved her some work. But figuring things out. Hey there, Missy. Good to see you. Do you have a video on the parental controls you use for children technology? Yeah, there is. There is a video I have on I have another channel. I had my channel, and this one was Andrea's channel. They were both of our direct channels, but I had one that was just for me that was more Bible study stuff, and I did put a video on there about what we do. It's old now, kind of outdated, but we've got a router that can turn the internet off for certain computers at certain times of the day. So on weeknights, it goes off at, I think, 10:30. They're all supposed to be in bed well before that point, and that helps a lot. And the rest is just mostly putting computers in public places. We don't want them to have a computer or whatever in their bed by themselves or whatever. So everything's in publicly accessible locations. Well, hi, Lori. Free super chat. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I got the sickness all the kids have. I thought I was all Superman, not getting sick. That's usually the case. They get sick and I don't. But I'm definitely getting it now, and it's the same thing. We thought maybe they had pink eye, but whatever this is messes with your eyes. And it seems to hang on, and it goes through slowly. So I'm just getting it, and I've had it about 3 or 4 days. Sophia, I think, was the first to get it. I'm going to guess it came from the library at library day. But she's better. She's totally better. But oh, wow. Thank you, Cheyenne. That's very kind. Thanks for being you. Do you have elderberry juice to take to boost your immune system? I'm sure I do. I still got a whole library of herbs down there that Andrea had. It's kind of a hard day and all that stuff. It's all blurry seeing. The boys have the same sleeping situation they did when Andrea made the video years ago. Yeah, they do. They do. The beds are still working very well. I mean, they need a coat of paint now, but it's a good system. It's a good system. I'm very pleased with it. A 24-hour shift. That's a long shift. That'll keep you company. Yeah, Claudia's hair is really long. I actually brushed it tonight. I got to be in the habit of brushing it more regularly and not letting it turn into a rat's nest, and then they hurt when I brush it, and I don't want to do that. So I just ran a brush through it a little bit, and I was amazed, and it's really, really beautiful. Her hair is really pretty. Well, thank you, Deb. My warm compress on the eyes. I might do that. They just burn. It's funny because I thought, no, that won't bother me. I thought the kids were just all rubbing their eyes too much. So I don't really know what kind of sickness messes with your eyes, but it seems to be mostly cough and stuffy nose and stuff, and then it turns into this eye thing. But any computer tutorials coming, might not be a bad idea. How does your family do chores? So we have a list of chores all divided up. Each kid has it started off with just lunch chores and dinner chores, but now they have breakfast chores too. So they have certain chores to do at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, each for each kid, and we shuffle those around as they're not good enough. Sometimes if it's a more important job and it's not getting done correctly, we'll give it to somebody else, and and they're different for every day. So of course a lot of them rotate and have the same job every day, but we put some more special jobs on different days of the week, and they turn the thing over, and then when it says it's chore time, they clock in, so they write down that's their starting time, and they do their chores, and when they're done, they write down their ending time, and then we pay them by the minute. I think some of the kids get 3 cents a minute, some get 4, some get 5 cents a minute, and then we pay them once a week, and they get $5, $6, $7, $8 depending on how they do, and lets them go buy their whatever they want to buy. And we like giving them lots of opportunity to make money, and then that's one of the ways that they don't are always begging for things. They don't beg for anything at all because they have their own money if they do have it. The girls do each other's hair. Eden does the girls' hair. She's just getting to the point where she's doing it. It's hard. It's a new thing for her to do it. So she forgets sometimes, and so it's still what we're working on. But she does it and is doing good. Yep, it's a good chore system. It's really good, in fact. But I think their whole life, the kids have all just been expected to do things, and so they just do them. That's the best thing. And of course, when some kids are doing them, all the kids are doing them. So I don't have to hound them. Well, I do have to hound them. There's certain kids that need hounding that don't do them or they'll skip them or whatever. I got some kids that don't care about the money, and so they don't even clock in, and which makes them not want to do the chores. So I got a time clock, an actual time punch card clock. I've been meaning to set it up, but I just haven't had a spare moment to do anything. But that they can, even the little ones can put their card in, and it'll write their starting time, and then after they're done, they put the card in again, it puts their ending time, and then it tells how many hours they worked. And it'll actually tell how much they made. So I'm not sure if you actually go down to the hourly rate of only, or minutely rate like they do, but it'll be a lot easier that way. Yeah, Solly is really sweet. He's a boy's boy. He's catching, bugs and playing Legos. And first live you've caught and being a fan for 3 years. Well, welcome, Elle. We're glad you made it in. See, if I do the random ones, I get different time frames and get people who can't normally make it. Yeah, got actual time clock. I've been wanting to do that forever, but we didn't have the money to do it, and we have the money now. So that's been the thing we do, buying things that can improve the house, improve our system, and that'll really help. So because the little ones especially don't know how to clock in, they can't do it. They need someone to help them. And then some of the lazy ones write terrible, messy writing, and I have a terrible time figuring out how much they do, or they clock in, forget to clock out, and we got to make rules about that. Well, thank you, Tania. Sorry, my eyes are not doing well. He's like, guide your children always. Well, we appreciate that. He does. Yeah, I hope I feel better too. I had an absolutely rotten night 2 nights ago. I thought I was going to die. But I slept in this recliner and it really helped. Sleeping, laying down was terrible. So it's not near as bad as it was. But the eye thing is new as of today. It's just driving me crazy. Yeah, I've been talking about the planner there, baby girl. We have the old planner. I'm pretty sure I can change the dates around to make it work. So I'm going to be working on doing that at some point. Although it's about the time we need to do that, isn't it? Because I think people really enjoyed that, and it makes me happy to know that Andrea's legacy is existing in people's houses and homes. So, well, the kids go to a proper school. Well, because proper schools aren't as good as our school. That's why. Nobody cares about our kids the way I do, the way we do. And when one kid needs more help, they get one-on-one help. What school can you go to where you get one-on-one help with every student? None. So, sorry, that was a combatively worded comment, so I had to... Do you believe that souls can move more themselves visible in the physical world after passing? I don't know. I don't know anything about how that could be. Anything I say would be speculation. But my speculation is no. If that were the case, I think that all the people that have died, we'd be pretty much just seeing souls doing stuff 24/7. But, no telling what they can do. I certainly don't know. There's times when I'm talking to Andrea and I feel like she's telling me something. I don't know what that means, but something. No lunches and the lack of bullying, yeah. We have kids that are behind. We have a little bit. We have kids that are years ahead of where they're supposed to be. Alexa, stop music and girls.
Cheerio.
Oh. Will you go stop the Alexa in there? Sorry. Anyways, yes, homeschool is great. You know, United States spends more than every other country on education anywhere in the world, and they're like double or triple what the money that the next country, number 2, does spend, and yet our kids are less than 50th of percentile of where they're at in comparative to the rest of the world. So proper school doesn't necessarily tell us that they're going to get good education. Not to mention, we want to train them to, we believe in God, and we want to train them to love and obey God. That's the main thing I want them to learn. I really don't care if they forget algebra. Asher's doing some stuff right now with proofs and theorems that is really tough. I've been helping all the kids with math, and I struggled. And he's never going to use that his entire life. Never. And so I'm glad that he's doing it, but if he forgets that, I certainly don't care. But I like him having to memorize. You have to memorize verses, huge chapters, just to get their privilege status and get on to the next level. So I'm happy for that more than anything else. The YouTube monetization has been going well. So I've been able to stay home in the mornings on Thursdays and help them set their goals. We had to redo our privilege system. It was too hard to figure things out. It was too hard to be customization for each kid. It was easy for some kids to get it, their privileges, and it was really hard for other kids. And even though they were working really hard and trying really hard, I'm talking about Judah, he was having to work a lot and try a lot, and he still wasn't getting as much done as everybody else. And so we changed it around. So now we base it on an average number of pages they complete per day, an average for the week. And I have them set their week's worth of work, plan it all out on Thursdays. So they plan it out based on what privilege they want to achieve. And there's 3 levels for each kid. And if they set those goals in their work and then get them done, and of course do the other requirements, which is a service project for the second privilege, which is a big project for the family. They did the boys outside scoop on and raked a bunch of leaves in the gutter that was going to get blocked by winter snow that's coming. And for the best privilege, they have to do 2 of those, and they have to memorize 12 Bible verses from the previous month. So they have to say their Bible verses, and they have to not get too many demerits. If they do things wrong or act out, they get a demerit. If they do all those things, they can get on a different privilege level. On the highest privilege level, they can play video games and computer whenever they want, and they get to go to bed an hour later, and they get a lot of advantages, and it's a lot of fun. It's a very coveted thing in our house, which makes them want to do their work. We let our kids play video games? Absolutely. Video games are life. I grew up on video games, and so I love video games. It's always been a part of my life. So, yeah, they play lots of video games. They're down there playing Sea of Thieves right now like crazy. No, it's not bronchitis. It's just a sickness that everybody's gotten in our family. I was the last to get it, but yep. So we told their people who are coming for a home church tomorrow not to come. We don't want to get them sick, and so yeah, not feeling good, but. Different ways for privileges. They'll find it works for you. Yeah, it's working good. Hey, Josie. Oh, we must have a mod in here. Thank you. Whoever's doing it must have been Rachel, huh? Oh, I can't see anything. Yep, the relationship with the Lord is paramount. And you know what you get at a regular school? You don't get that. We're not legally allowed to do that. So that's a huge disadvantage if you're at least a Christian. Is that window open behind me? Yeah, it is. Actually, it's Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 39 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, it's actually cooled down a bit.
Expect a low of
Alexa,
30 degrees.
stop. Sorry about the whole world setting off your devices. But it was it got up to 62 today. So I mean, it was really pretty good for November for us. Yep, there's Rachel. You live in this house, you'll go to church. Oh yeah. That's the good thing about these fun privileges that we do. You can make up whatever rules you want to do. And I'm really glad for the privileges because there's giant projects that are on my list. Like, I think I told you guys knew already that Sophia poured her or Claudia poured her bubbles in the fish tank. And the fish died, and of course, you took the fish all out, but the fish tank was just sitting there with water in it, getting filtered over and over again, and needed to be taken down, and I just didn't have time to do it. But I wrote it on I have a little list now that I write of service projects, and anybody wants to do a service project to get on the privilege level, they can do one of those things. And of course, somebody did. They took care of that thing, and I can wash my hands of it, and I was extremely glad to give that to them. So, no, that's not super cold. Super cold will be negative 35 Fahrenheit. It's viral in your eyes, so mimics pink eye, but it's not. Yeah, absolutely. We thought it was all pink eye. We thought it was pink eye, but then the eye situation was gone in a day or so. I mean, the one eye that was in for Justus, I thought he had pink eye, and he was rubbing it, so it was all swollen and stuff too. But yeah, I'm certain it must be viral. Yep, exactly, Aunt Josie. Absolutely. All that other stuff. I mean, I went to a public school and it was fine, but you forget it all anyways. Doesn't make that much of a difference. But yeah, I don't want to be down on public school too much because a lot of times you don't have a choice. I know lots of people that's what they do, and that's okay. Everybody's different, and as long as you're teaching your kids how to love and obey God and to do good things, that's great. It doesn't have to be for you. So I just it's got onto that because it was worded in a way that was accusatory. So that just set me off. Thomas still uses slow cooker. Nope, he hasn't touched it. There's a lot of things I keep finding like that. Things we're just never going to touch. There's yogurt cultures been sitting in the freezer, and that's not going to get used. And so I'm having to clean stuff out, and things that only Andrea would do, and I would just buy yogurt. Andrea was making yogurt for us at home to save us money. She was finding all kinds of ways to make our money last. But now I'm just going to buy yogurt. And I thank God that He's been taking care of us on the money. And I don't have to worry about it. So I can buy those convenience things, and I can buy the things that will help that we couldn't do before. Oh, how's it going again, Dream Big? How often do you post viewer mail videos? I've been doing it on Sundays now. That's kind of been my thing. I haven't really told you that, but we were doing it on game night, but I was making game night run really late, and the kids were getting to bed later than I wanted them to. So been doing this a live stream on Sundays and doing mail. So once a week. Does Hannah sleep with me? Nope. She sleeps in her own bed. We haven't shown you guys the girls' room yet. Yeah, the main thing, I mean, there's things that need to be done to the girls' room. I should just do them. But Saturday comes around, and there's so many projects need to get done. And but I made a PVC crib, basically, out of PVC pipes and fittings, like for sprinklers, and it attaches to a twin-size mattress. So it's basically a PVC crib sitting on top of a twin mattress. And so it's a bunk. It's a bunk that has a crib on the bottom and a regular bed on the top. And when she grows out of it, we'll just take that apart, and she'll have a regular bed. It works pretty good. If you only give one piece of advice to somebody who is grieving for their spouse, what would you give? I couldn't give you a piece of advice. Nothing I could tell you. And just the only thing you want is hope that it will go away. It's going to go away someday. But I'm still hoping for that myself. It does get easier. But I can tell you, people tell me that all the time. It wasn't helpful to me. I don't think that there's any helpful advice I can give you. It's just something you have to go through. And it just sucks. So, what are you thinking on Christmas for the kids this year? I don't think they'll be watching this. Hannah needs a tablet. I'm going to get her a tablet. No, you guys can't get her one. So, don't go getting her a tablet. I probably shouldn't even say presents because you guys will buy them up. She is so smart. I can't believe it. She can have Claudia's tablet. She can turn it on, go to the home screen, scroll and find an app, click on it, find a video she wants to play, click it, and then she just sits there and boogies out to this video. She's so smart at it. She's mastered it beyond earlier than any of our kids did. We wouldn't even think about getting her a tablet at this age. Wouldn't think about it. But she's always fighting with Claudia's tablet now, and so that's probably what I'm going to get her. And we actually had one for Sophia. Me and Andrea bought when we gave Claudia hers on Claudia's birthday video. We actually bought two of them because they had a sale. We buy two, and but we can't find it. I came in and I had it. It was here, and I don't know where it went. We'll have to get another one. No, I don't think we need more mods. I'm actually considering less mods. I haven't told anybody that, but Thomas was really happy about being the king, the only mod. He was really happy about that. And more mods is super helpful, but I think it was really important to him. And I feel like might want to give that back to him. I'm still thinking about it, but I might do that. I might just actually only have Thomas as a mod, which is, I haven't decided yet. Which is obviously going to be harder, but I don't know. Haven't quite figured it out yet. So, and I probably stole that tablet in another PVC crib. Yeah. And you should see her, boy. And of course, she's getting to the terrible 2 stage. I mean, she's already there. And, she thinks that tablet's hers. And boy, when Claudia comes and gets it from her, she throws the biggest fit. And so we're dealing with that now. But she can totally handle it. So that's going to be that. And I have some other ideas for some of the kids, but I'm afraid that if I say them, you guys are going to go buy them all up. We're not going to do any of the home things. The homemade things. We were doing homemade things every year and did a lot of that stuff. That may come back at some point. I hope it does, but I can barely. I'm just still trying to figure out how to live life, so I'm not doing that. It's going to be more commercialized, and that doesn't make me happy, but that's what's going to happen. And then I still want to get something from the outside for the kids, but that population is some sort of virus, including myself. You know what's funny? I always think about that. I always wonder how fast the viruses travel, and you get all these CDC reports on how viruses spreading. I think most of it's fear-mongering nonsense. But I still wonder, because all people will tell me they're getting sick. I think, well, I'm sick. I wonder if it's the same thing. And there's still really a lot we don't know. We don't even know. Viruses obviously mutate. We know that. But we don't understand how they come so frequently or how it works out that it'll be in a big group at one time. And very interesting. Yeah, Thomas had really hurt feelings about the whole thing. So that's been my motivation. And of course, I'm always at all the streams, so I should pay attention more. But I don't know. I still haven't decided yet. I'm very glad to have Rachel here now, let me tell you. doing all the modding. I can't even read it. What am I taking? I've been taking this Airborne's effervescent tablety things. They've been. Yep, I have a Halloween video. It's on this computer downstairs right now. It was actually almost going to be part of the Halloween of the last vlog that I put up, the birthday thing. But it was a decent length already, and we put pumpkin carving the day before, and that was a cute little video of the kids carving pumpkins. And that kind of goes with Halloween, so I said, I'll just put all the Halloween stuff together. It won't be a very long video. But how is Eden doing? Eden is very sad. So we had a good talk today, and I think this is still hard on her. So it's hard on all the kids, but she's one of the ones that I'm most concerned with. But she seems to be grieving the appropriate amount, and she still has fun and smiles and laughs. So she's not wallowing in despair or anything. But I see her quiet. She's already quiet, so it's hard to tell. But I see her doing well. I didn't know about Airborne. Somebody told me to take it, so I took it, and it was nasty. But I guess it's supposed to help. How are you doing? Have you gotten a routine down? No, I've got some things down. I've successfully made laundry part of my routine. Everything else, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to buy this at the store. Oh yeah, I got to get the mail. Oh yeah, I got to, whatever. And it's mostly operating off of, oh my gosh, I forgot to do something, rather than getting into a routine. But it's still really hard. The griefs come in waves, and so it's really hard, and then it's less hard, and then it's more hard, back and forth. And today was a hard day, but as you guys know, talking to you helps, and so it's been nice. Drink loads of water. Yep, that's what you're supposed to take. So yes, Thomas is still working at deals. How are you sleeping? Any better? Somewhat. I probably sleep longer than normal. I still have no problem getting up early, which has always been a problem for me. So I know that I'm still not normal, but it's better than it was. Any plans for Thanksgiving? Yeah, Thanksgiving's going to be at Amy's house, Andrea's sister. So we're going to go over there. We're pretty much going to be along for the ride. I imagine that's how it's going to be and everything anymore. Out here, her here. I like the weighted blanket. I use it sometimes, and then I don't all the time. So it's something to get used to. I think I haven't decided how it works. I can't tell. But hey, Asher. Oh, yeah, Daddy's streaming, so you can come over and sit on the couch. Yep, there is an Applebee's in Gillette. It's going to be hard to go there. That was Andrea's favorite place to go to get steaks and mashed potatoes. Yeah, if you give me a gift card there, I might not go for some time. So be aware. Yes, I am sick. I got what the kids had. Well, families share everything, and they just share sicknesses. When you have 9 kids, everybody's going to get everything. We're all going to have immune systems with tanks. That's the thing you don't realize, is that you can only get every disease one time. The reason why we get colds and flus and viruses and stuff is because it mutates and changes, and your immune system has to learn how to do it all over again. But every time you get something, you get better. You're that much better for the next thing. How are you doing over there, Asher?
Good.
Yeah, he's still coughing, but he's doing a lot better. I think about 2 days ago, he started feeling like he was really feeling not too bad. Still coughing, but. And the windows open is good to help get it out of the house, Tom. Yeah, it's been just kind of hot, and I haven't wanted to turn the air conditioning on because we adjust the vents in the wintertime. So basically, it's always cooler in the basement. So we adjust the vents to open up more in the basement and close up more up here. And so that gives an even temperature throughout the house. And then in the summertime, of course, the basement's cooler. So we close them off down there and open them up here. So I've already adjusted all the vents anyways. And if I turn the air conditioning on now, it's going to freeze up the air conditioning because not enough air is getting out. So I haven't done it. Would you ever consider for your children like Eden? I mean, I would if I thought that I was worried about her, like that I thought it was becoming a problem. I would definitely do something, but I don't think it's that way yet. I know what to look for, and she's sad, but she still plays and smiles and laughs, and I think that's the important thing. If you got to worry if they're just by themselves and withdrawn all the time, and are reclusive, and that's when that's when I think I'd be concerned. But as long as they're still having fun and playing and fighting, then I think she's doing okay. But she is still sad. It's 42 degrees here in Tennessee. It's 39 degrees here, so our windows are open anyways. It's just hot in here. Yep. Wow, 900 people. The rest of the kids are all in bed. It's way past bedtime, so the only kids up are teenagers who don't have a bedtime. Are there any vacation plans in the future? No. That is so not in my future right now. I mean, I want to take them on vacation, and I'm not saying we won't next year, but that's way back burner. So it's already so hard just to run normal life and having to run vacation life. It's not like you just, let's all get in the car, kids, let's go. With a big family, everything is a big production. You got to pack for 9 kids. You got to plan it out, where you're going to be, where you're going to stay, what you're going to take. It's a big ordeal. And then you got to make arrangements for the house when you're not here. Pets have got to be taken care of, and fish have got to be taken care of. Yeah, I think it is getting better. It is. I'm definitely making progress. The waves still come. And it's funny, it's not even just like a wave of, oh, I miss Andrea, because I do miss Andrea all the time, but it's just general sadness, general depression type stuff. And I'll have a day where everything I feel is tinged by sadness. And then if I have a sad moment, then it's even worse. But how do you feel about this? You think it would help the kids in the box for Andrea's grave where they could write down their thoughts and leave the letters? I've never had to think about the idea of the grave thing. If, I think I'd shared before that I probably would have just cremated her. But it was important to the kids to have they didn't want her cremated. They wanted her buried, and so that's what we did. And so they could go up there to the cemetery and talk to her or whatever, and go by the graveside. But the theological Christian in me wants to teach my kids that that's not where mommy's at. Mommy's not there. This is just our meat sack that we carry around for 80 years or so until God calls us home. And that's where mommy's at. She's nowhere more there than she is here in the house. But obviously, I'm an INTJ type, and I'm logical, and that's the thing that I say, but that may not be that way for them. And so it is there. Now, when we don't want to go and visit her, I still got to get a darn headstone. Someone said to wait a year, so maybe I'm act like I'm planning something by waiting a year. I just haven't done it. But in Cyrus, absolutely. Absolutely. Meat sack. Yeah, I've always called it a meat sack. Yeah, I like it. I heard it on a movie once when I was a kid, and I filed it away. It's something that I really liked. You got another doctor bill taken care of now? I think so. I think so. I always hear kinds of things about things coming by years later and months later and blah, blah, blah. And I think I shared with you guys one of the hospitals involved had a ransomware attack that shut the hospital down. They didn't know who or what. So it wouldn't surprise me if some random bills come through. But I think I shared last time on one of the videos, I don't know if everybody caught it, but the biggest bill that we were worried about, the $144,000 bill, I wasn't getting it. And then we got a letter in the mail that said, this letter is to inform you that the entire amount of the bill was charity to you and your account is considered closed. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. Have a nice day. And that's all. I just got a letter. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but that was, Presbyterian St. Luke's in Denver. And I can't say enough good things about how good they were to us. So makes me sad too. Makes me sad too. And see, I know that I'm not just me. I want my kids to know that Andrea's not there. You know what? They know that. They know that. We are very Bible studying type family, so they know that. But it also, she is there. And you know what? Someday, all of us will be dead. I think, I don't know if I shared this or not, but when I went to get a plot here at the Moorcroft Cemetery, I said, needed a plot up there. They said, how many do you want? And that just messed me up. I needed 10. So I got a whole row. At the cemetery. And someday we'll all be dead. And that's where we'll be buried. And maybe the videos will still be up. Maybe there'll be still people learning from us and our family and touching them. And maybe they'll want to come see us. And, that's a fine thing for me. So, yeah, can't see for nothing. No, I'm glad you did. Crying's good for you. It's good. I've been crying all day anyways. So the dead know nothing. That's true. That's what it says in Ecclesiastes. But that's before, get back into Bible study stuff, but that's before, that was Old Testament. I'll just say that. I think that won't go over too badly. Yep. Yeah, it was tough to make plans for my family dying. Yeah, that's true. My children may marry and want their own plot. That's entirely possible. They may not need all 10. Maybe they don't want to be there at all, but they might. And I'm not going to not buy them one for everybody, especially considering that we had, the GoFundMe money and we had some life insurance on Andrea. So there's no reason why I shouldn't just buy what needed to be bought. Yeah, I'm sick and I got a virus in my eyes or something. I think that do know things. So I think Solomon wrote in a time that it was true in his time. I just don't think that's no longer true. Are your children looking forward to the first snowstorm? Well, yeah, they've already had them. If you watched the last birthday video, you saw that we had that big storm come through. We had several storms come through already. But there'll be the storm that's going to keep snow here until March. So that'll happen. They're looking for that, I suppose. Thank you. Saltwater washers for the eyes, maybe. It'll go away. I don't want to touch it too much, but with all the other kids, it just seemed to be the eyes bad for. You guys had red eyes though for a few days though, huh? Really? How are the kids holding up? Any therapy? Well, they talk to each other and they're with each other and playing with each other. So I think I've said it before, and I'm not saying that therapy's bad, but it makes me sad that death is so far removed from our culture that we need therapy for it. And I'm making light of that. I'm not saying that you don't need therapy or that they don't need therapy or I don't need therapy. You might do it. But it should be, how many times have you seen a new baby be born? You should be seeing that many deaths. And we don't. And when we do have a death, it's very sanitized. Half the time you don't see the body at all. And I think that's a shame. I think that's a shame. Apparently Hannah's waking up. Asher's going to go comfort her. What job does Asher want when he's an adult? I don't think he knows. I'll ask him here when he comes back. Van seemed to drive well in the snow. I'm surprised you PU. I don't know what that was supposed to be, but it doesn't do awesome in the snow. Its advantage is it's very heavy, and so on that it kind of does. It's a rear-wheel drive, so that's not ideal for the snow. But it's so heavy, it does pretty well, if not better than my car, which my car is not awesome in the snow either. But most of the time it stays off the roads pretty quick. What do you want to do when you grow up? Do you know yet, Asher? You ever thought about it?
Not really, but we're probably going to be mowing for a while.
Yeah, Asher has been doing his home. He kind of wants to turn his mowing and snow shoveling business into maybe a professional landscape business. That would make me really proud. I'm all right. All the kids, everybody's had it, and they all got over it. And I'm taking some airborne stuff at the behest of somebody, and I think that's helped. I need to do it again, but it tastes so bad.
Hannah had it really bad.
Yeah, Hannah got sick, but she got better really fast. So it seems like it's been sticking around longer for the older people, which obviously we know that's how sickness works and immune systems work. But it shocked me how quick the little ones. I mean, Sophia was the first one to get it. It was over really fast. Trade 37 degrees Celsius temps for snow any day. It is nice to have snow. Honestly, the worst thing in environment, I was living from Southern California, the worst weather is weather that doesn't change. So weather that's 72 every day is terrible. I used to say in California we had 2 seasons, hot and hotter, and I hated that. Every time it rained, I thought it was beautiful. To this day, rain is the most beautiful thing in the world to me, because I just was so amazed at how great it was to have a change in California, and now I just find it incredibly gorgeous. Someone else that says something about elderberry syrup. We got an elderberry plant outside, but well, yeah, just a little water. I see. That's probably would have been better. I've never taken a tablety thing yet, and so I definitely took too much. And I don't drink pop. I don't like it. I don't like soda. And so it if I have a root beer, it'll last me for forever. And so just drinking carbonated stuff, I had to choke it down as it was. But orange juice, yeah, orange juice has been my savior. I've been drinking tons of orange juice. It helps my throat so much. So I've been buying orange juice, and I've been chain popping cough drops. Yeah, Hannah sleeps in her own bed. She slept on our when Andrea was alive. She slept on our in a Moses basket on our dresser, and then she slept with Andrea for a while, and then while Andrea was alive, we put her in her bed, and that's where she sleeps. And we're big fans of that, of making them be in their own bed and be independent. Which kid's birthday is next? That guy over there. Asher's is next. How did Asher get to be such a good big brother? Man, I don't know. Mutant genes. He's an amazing, amazing child. I could not do this without him. Looks like you figured it out, Anne. Oh, Hannah looks like your oldest daughter, Melina. Yeah, she might. She kind of does. I kind of go back and look at baby pictures of Melina and see. See if it was Tom with the tapioca. Yeah, it was me. That was me. That's why we go to that restaurant. It was pretty much solely for the tapioca. Asher is going to be an amazing husband and a father. He's an amazing father already. I don't know what it means to be a father, but whatever it means, Asher's doing it. So it's already got what it takes. If you only use one word to describe your family, what would it be? Awesome. No, I don't know. Don't know. Awesome sounds good. Independent, maybe? That's a really good one. Righteous. I should have said that to begin with. One word is tough. No, we didn't have it last week either because we were sick. We still had church here, just our family. We taught the kids about. We do the parables. One of the parables. Oh yeah, loving your enemies. Yeah, the story about loving your enemies. We did that, and we're gonna do. I think maybe I'll do Good Samaritan tomorrow. My two most favorite parables in the Bible is the Good Samaritan and the parable of the talents. And I was reminded that while I've shared the stories a billion times with our family, there's always new family growing up, right? Panda doesn't know the story. I doubt Claudia and Fia know the story. And I don't know at what point you remember stuff like that and lessons like that, but I got to keep remembering that to be a dad of a big family means you teach the same lessons over and over and over again. And I can't forget that. Has work been okay for me? Yeah, it's been good. It's been busy. I've been really grateful that we monetized because that's doing perfect to pick up any slack of me working less. Or I used to always have to really worry about. I mean, you guys had heard before when Andrea was alive that we were doing different budgets and stuff, and so we don't always make the same amount because it's all based on jobs that randomly call and computer problems that randomly happen. And so she was making a new budget. Actually, it's a budget that fits for three ways. If we made this amount, we made this amount, or this amount, we have these budgets. And that's why she was making her own chips. That's why she was making her own yogurt. That's why she was making all the things she's making her own chocolate chips. She was saving us lots of money because there were some tight months. It's difficult sometimes, but with the channel now being monetized, I don't have to worry about it being tight. It's fine, and that makes me very happy because I always worried about money, and I don't have to worry about it now. So. Yep, I got 9 kids. It's wonderful. That was Judah by the background. He's been out making weapons. It's all he does with his time. All he wants to do. That's what he's done all day today. Been outside in the shed making a dagger. You want to show your dagger off? Oh, you put a handle on it. Oh, this is Judah's dagger he made. He's been working on it all day. Very cool. You got it sharper, didn't you?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's sharper than it was. I got to give you my diamond sharpener. You can get a nice edge on it. Pretty cool, though. I'm very proud of him. What is this handle? Is it a stick?
No, it's the
Dowel?
yeah. I just shaped it.
That is that you can actually block swords and stuff with that. Those little daggers you were copying of mine downstairs, I got them from some Chinese swap meet or something. They're not actually real. I mean, they are real, but if you were to block a real sword with it, they would fall apart. Very cool. He's going back out there again. He's been telling me all the idiosyncrasies of what curfew actually does. Because there's a curfew here. You can't make noise after I think it's 11 o'clock. It's like, well, what if it's just real quick noise? Think I can weld something real fast? What is it? What's the rule? I mean, if they don't know, is it? He's trying to, figure out what he can still do with curfew. That's pretty cute. Did he forge it himself? He actually made it out of steel, just steel straps, basically. He bought steel ready to go, like sheet metal, only a lot thicker. So he didn't actually forge this one. He's dying to do that. So we've been wanting to build a forge for forever, and we're going to. I got to get through grieving. I've got to put my life back together again, and then that'll be awesome, and we'll do all kinds of fun things. It's going to be great. Michelle, bring some green tea with honey or a tablespoon of honey and cinnamon. I will. Thank you. I'll try it. And see, that's funny. I know now that Andrea, I got a whole thing of herbs, and Andrea was awesome on herbs, and I'm sure I can find little tinctures she has all over the place, but all that stuff's going to fade. It's going to fade away. Yep, even here it's 11 o'clock. But pineapple juice. I love pineapple juice. Love it. I agree, Melanie. There's no doubt in my mind that the entire reason Andrea did the channel is to take care of her family. That's all she ever wanted to do, is take care of her family. She didn't know that that's what would happen, but it was. She wanted to take care of you guys too. She wanted to help people. She always wanted to envision herself having a mom school of helping moms, and that's kind of what this is. And now it's been helping in immense ways. Yep, Andrew was teaching you about herbs, and that's why we're not getting rid of everything necessarily. We might try to get rid of / sell. We give away Andrea, our good friends who come to our home church. She does herbs a lot, and my mom does them on occasion too, and so we'll probably just give them away. We'll start thinning them down. I don't want to get rid of them altogether. I want to make sure Eden can do that, and if she wants to, I think she does. How was the van running? Pretty good. We after Andrea passed away, we put in $2,000 in repairs, and so it's doing pretty good now. So pretty nice. Yes, I have become the mom. I'm a mom and a dad. Well, see, you watch a lot of your videos you organize, and that's pretty much is the mom school. So it's stuff like that. We made a forge. We actually just put it together, a little mini one, and I actually got to hook the gas up to it, and I haven't done it yet. But it's small. He wants to do a real one, a big one. He wants to make liquid metal and pour weapons. So I'm sure he will. Good night, Melanie. Thanks for tuning in. She was the epitome of organization. She would have said she's not, though. I mean, you know, they say necessity is the mother of invention, and that was Andrea. She would say she's not an organized person, but she was by necessity. And so she said we needed to have a system of organization because we are a big family in a small house with lots of things to think about. And so she was indeed amazingly organized. Everything's labeled in our house. And it's funny, even now, I'm sure someday those things will all be gone. But there's drawers everywhere we know where they go, and we're still using her systems, and it's taking care of us. I couldn't do it. If all of a sudden it was just she was managing it all, micromanaging it, and she died, and I had to just figure out how to make 9 kids do what they're supposed to do and take care of the house and just do it from scratch, I couldn't do it. It's only because we have the systems in place that things really haven't skipped a beat. I mean, I'm having to do laundry and figure out food, dinners and stuff, and pick up some slack there. And all the other kids have done more chores. But ultimately, it was a well-oiled machine, and it's still trucking. I'm sorry, Jennifer. Yep, I talked to a few people that all had people that died the same day or same before or after. And it's nothing makes it go away. I'm lucky to be talking to you guys right now. I probably seem like I'm all together, but I'm absolutely not. Anything worth doing is worth doing routinely. Somebody's paying attention. I was saying that in my head here recently. Well, Andrea said that all the time. Yep. A lot of using height. That's been the main thing. You use the height. Put stuff on the walls. Hang stuff up. Put more shelves. Using height has been the thing we've been getting stuff back. Make me some. How many do we have left? Oh yeah, make some. How many have you been making? So why don't you make me 2? Or is there 6 in a box? Why don't you just make a whole box? Is the girls' room done yet? Well, they've been using it. I need to paint something and stain the shelves. There's little things that I'm not going to get done. We had to fix Hannah's crib. Andrea sewed this thing all around it, and I don't know how to do that. And I need to make the curtains, but I plan on watching Andrea's video on how to sew for beginners. And of course, she shows you on the machine, and I have that machine, so that'll be exciting. So I plan on watching that video and trying to make curtains. So I feel like that's my duty to do that. And then I'll do a video there. Having a small house is absolutely great. You think having a small house is not great, but it absolutely is great. It makes everybody close and together, and it's easier to take care of and to clean. It makes you have more fun other places outside, and makes you use what you have. It's harder to get cluttered and wrecked. I lived in big houses all growing up, and it's just one more big place to ruin. They get all messy. I love having a small house. Knowing what I know now, whether I have a big family or not, I'd have a small house anyways. Yeah, everybody says crockpot meals. We got a Ninja crockpot, and we haven't touched it yet, but we will. I got crockpot books. They're eating, and we're making food, and so I still am just basically hanging on. Hey, baby girl. Come here. You come see Daddy? No? All right. Yeah, I don't know if I can make a video on how to make curtains. I can give you a video on how I produced some things that I'm calling curtains. But I am not the guy to make a video on how to teach you how to make curtains. I've got to get it done, but especially, like you said, cleaning is faster in a small house. It absolutely is. And when you have a big family, it's even cleaner. It's even faster. I can ring a bell, say, everybody clean up the house, and we can have it done in like 10 minutes. It's really great. Yep, windows open. And I'm still hot. It's 75 in here right now. And it's 39 outside. Heater's not running. That just shows you having a small house is easier to heat. Just body heat and TVs and light bulbs heat this room most of the time. Hi, baby girl. Ugh. I'm getting some chat here too. I think you're right. I do think lots of people will be touched and brought to Christ. It's wonderful. 75 is too hot. Yep, it's too hot. 71's too cold. So 72 works, but again, we had it recently, so we gotta. I don't know if you can see it up there. See that little white circle up there? Right, right there. So one of the neat things about this Nest thermostat is you can buy extra sensors. So I have one in the boys' room. I have one up here. I have another one I haven't placed yet. But I can tell the thermostat to prioritize a certain room. Obviously, it doesn't change what the mechanics are of our ventilation system and our air conditioner and heater. But if I make that one active down in the boys' room, it'll run until that room is a certain temperature. Of course, other rooms are going to be whatever, God knows what. But it's very nice to be able to do that. And the one over there was just too close to something, and it was always so hot. So I put this one up here, and it's helped. What's Hannah's favorite word? It's probably up. Owie, yeah. Come here, baby girl. Got you, get you, get you. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet girl. She's so tired. Yeah, I might actually turn the air conditioning on tonight. It's really hot. I don't want to, but we can run it for a little while, turn it off maybe. Just leave it. Oh. Asher's making those. You saw us buy those. Maybe you did. If you watched our shopping vlog when we got those pretzels, that's what he's making right now. Asher really enjoys soft pretzels. And so he's working on making those right now. Oh, twin flat sheets as curtains. That's not a bad idea. But doing things the right way lets the kids pick them out and stuff. Yeah, she loves this blanket. If I just put it right here, she will grab that blanket and snuggle with it, won't you? Powell. You know where Powell is. It was a good day today. in Wyoming, temperature-wise. 80? Oh, man, what's wrong with you, Holly? Yeah, we got fans. I turned it. It was been running on high, but my eyes are in such pain already. There's the air drying them out. I turned it off from the stream. Turn it back on as soon as it was done here. It's because it's kind of burning, and so cool air makes it feel better. Good night, Cheyenne. I think she does too. I think Hannah looks like me, but I wouldn't think they all look like me.
Can I have one of these?
The free Mountain Dews? You drink your own stock? Oh, I see. Yeah. He's admitting it now. It was a fun thing to do. They had Christmas Mountain Dew there. I'm not sure if you're wild to try it, but no, it's red and white. I don't know. Oh. The hem was perfect for the rod. Oh, that's so genius. That's totally my style. I would do that. But I feel like I'm failing Andrea if I don't let the kids pick out their own fabric. For the girls' curtains on their bunk beds.
You guys have natural
What? What would you think, Thomas, if we make you the head mod again and nobody else is a mod?
I heard that.
Oh, you did? You were on? Oh, man. So, yeah.
Wait, what about...
I don't know. Well, I feel better. I don't know. I want Thomas to be able to do it, but I want you to be able to do it too. So maybe we could just have our kids be mods. You don't ever do it, but saltwater. That sounds like it would be painful, but I'd be willing to try it. I'm feeling pretty burny and miserable right now.
That's what pineapple hard candies.
Hannah knows. I don't know. She knows Mommy's not here. She knows who Mommy is, and she misses Mommy. So she knows. I don't know what she knows. When she's about to fall asleep, you're going to witness her go to sleep there. Yep, I'm definitely sick. I took a walk last night, and really I was needing to take a walk, and I took a walk and walked up to the gas station. And
did you get hot chocolate?
Yeah.
There wasn't any hot chocolate left when I went there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I got the last one.
Yeah, so I had to get white chocolate.
You went last night too?
Yeah, a little later. We started.
I got a hot chocolate, and then I bought a Butterfinger, and I crumbled up the Butterfinger inside the hot chocolate. It's so tasty. So good.
I was supposed to tell you you were leaving, and you said you did. I did.
No, you didn't.
I said me and you are going to
Oh, maybe you did. I think I heard that. I just didn't care. No, it's not streaming on Facebook. Yeah, I was doing that. It's called Restream, where it streams to both platforms at the same time, and I was really liking it. But ooh, look at those. But it ended up hot. You guys saw that the stream would cut out sometimes, and the chat would lag behind, and the audio would get off, and it was having some problems, and so I stopped. This isn't streaming in 1080 though. This is the first time we've streamed on YouTube in 1080. So if you notice the quality is pretty good, that's probably why. Would you give me some water, Asher? Ice water? Judah? That'd be great. Thank you. So that's good. I went ahead and finally bought the license for this program. the Butterfinger thing, Andrea once got me some hot chocolate. See, to me, drinking a hot liquid is defying nature. So nature did not make hot liquids. It's supposed to be cold. And so, huh? That's almost unnatural. But I guess it is natural. But it's naturally occurring. But how can you go to one of those? Anyways.
Humans are natural, which makes water is natural. Milk, blood's hot. Naturally born.
all right. Fine. My kids are beating me up on it. So I only like cold liquids. And so it's funny, Andrea once got this hot chocolate. It said it had Butterfinger in it, and it tasted so good. And so now I just get a Butterfinger and set it in hot chocolate, let it slowly melt there over time. Thank you, buddy.
How do you know that you just like regular hot chocolate and the Butterfinger's not?
Sore throat. Anyways, I sipped it the whole way coming home. By the time I got home, I pretty much figured I drank all this hot chocolate. I took the lid off, and there was like this much off the top. That's all I could get down because it still defies. It feels like I'm in the shower, just drinking the water as it comes out of the faucet.
The stuff from Congo is so hot. You literally have to.
It is super hot. But it was so good on my sore throat having that super hot chocolate.
Like I bought the other kind. It turned out to be gross. But it like.
Yeah, pretzels and nacho cheese. I was thinking about getting some ranch here in a minute. When I was young, I would dip everything in ranch. Everybody said I was crazy. And then the ranch phenomenon happened. Now you can get ranch on the side at any restaurant in the world. They're called super pretzels. I didn't have them at Walmart. They're really good, though.
Yeah, I think they're definitely baseball that way.
Hot drinks, hot air, hot blankets. I guess that's right. I like. Yep. I do like to be cold rather than hot. I like cold drinks. I always want to like hot drinks. I always enjoy. That's why I got it when I was there. Having a hot drink on a cold night, it just seems fun and enjoyable and cozy. But I end up just sipping on it. I always heard about iced coffee. I've never tried it. I always want to like coffee in general, but I just don't. And how to use that bottle? Yeah, she loves it. She loves the bottle. We've only been giving it to her when she goes to bed. Well, eating stuff helps when you have a sore throat, and the salt on it is good too.
Anna's such a smart person. Earlier today.
Oh yeah, that's what I got. I really enjoyed the hot water in my sore throat. Absolutely did. So
I told her.
That's why I got it. And so yes, I defy nature on sometimes there, but
dumb language.
I wish I liked hot stuff better. It's not like that. I'm choosing not to.
And I think super RP zones let us get away.
They are very good. Mm. You guys drink alcohol? Well, I guess the answer now is no. Andrea would occasionally drink like once a year or 2 years.
And scarred Judah for life.
Yeah. So Judah was never drinking, I'm sure. I've never had a drop of alcohol in my life. Not because I have some prohibition against it. It's just when I was in high school, all my friends were, going to drink alcohol whenever they could, right? And I never did, and I was really proud of that fact. And so I have a perfect record going. So I haven't, but it's not because I care. Nothing wrong with drinking alcohol. I just haven't yet, and decided I would. That don't count.
Well, it is bad when you drink alcohol. To your kids.
Who's the best cook in the family?
I heard. Yeah, probably after now.
I make cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pizza.
You can make like more meals than you.
I don't know if that's true.
Plus, he's been practicing it. He's like basically a chef already.
We need to make mommy's chicken Alfredo. I was thinking about that tonight. We need to make her chicken Alfredo because it's going to die if we don't.
I have all those. Do we have all the recipes?
There's a video about her chicken Alfredo on the channel, and Asher says he remembers how to do it. I don't know if she had the recipe on there or not.
We should just get all the meals we can and make them all, write on little cards, all that.
Yeah, water's the drink I drink most. What?
We should just write all the recipes we can on little cards.
Oh yeah.
And have them all.
We have mommy's cards. Mommy had cards. Recipes aren't on them though, so I need to do that. But I need to do so many things, and I just haven't done them. So I got to get through this. I don't know how long. This time I'm in. How old is baby? Yeah, she's, what is she, 18 months?
Yeah, Mom made a video how to make you go
I'm sure it would. I don't drink anything but water and milk. That's all I drink. I'll drink a root beer on special occasions or occasionally. But that's literally the three things I drink. Nothing else.
What you have Mountain Dew?
I don't think I've ever drank Mountain Dew.
Why? You need to try it.
It's citrus based. That's gross. I don't like carbonated stuff.
I'm pretty sure even Dennis had it.
Mm-hmm.
You need to at least try it and see if all the something does it. And then if you don't like it, you can be like, I don't like Mountain Dew. But if you do like it, you can be like, I like Mountain Dew. Then join the addiction.
How do you deal with children tantrums? Well, I'm going to say it this way. There's an age range for tantrums. Like Hannah has it now. Call them the terrible twos. When they're learning their place in the world and they think it all belongs to them. But generally, kids only throw tantrums if they work. So, they generally, I mean, it still happens without it. But generally, they won't do it unless they think it's going to accomplish the goal they want it to do. So, that usually comes back on us if we allow their tantrum to be successful. It pretty much guarantees they'll throw more tantrums. If it's not successful, they won't spend the effort a lot of times. That's not always true 100%, but generally. Homemade chicken soup, yeah. Just gotta figure out how to make chicken soup. It would be good.
Mom did have a video.
I don't remember has a recipe there.
Yes, dude, I watched it.
That's me. I love the smell of coffee. I hate the taste. It tastes like a cup of hot water with a handful of dirt in it.
Other kind of weird hot chocolate I got tasted like coffee. I drank it like, oh, it's coffee.
Yep, I know she had a video about chicken Alfredo, but I don't know if it had the recipe on it. It might just be showing us or making it. It's the same thing with the tantrums. You know, I've seen parents a lot of times that'll put their kids in the car seat. And why do you put them in the car seat when they're throwing a tantrum? Because they don't cry in the car seat. You know why they don't cry in the car seat? Because the car seat never loses. A car seat will hold the kid down, and it will not let go.
Then you forget about it in the car.
And they accept it. They know that they cannot beat the car seat, and so they accept it. And so that's sometimes we do with all of our little ones growing up. We would put them in the lap, and we still do that on church. When we're singing or getting ready for church, I'll put the kids on my lap, and they will eventually want down, and they will be struggling and trying to get down. Once they realize Daddy doesn't give, and Daddy doesn't let them down until Daddy's ready, they give in, and they stop trying to get down, and they just be at peace there. So, excuse me, I'm still not feeling well. So, yeah. Anyway, so if you can be strong in that way, it really helps. It doesn't always get rid of tantrums. Sometimes it's just a reaction, but you don't want to. You let it work, then you're in trouble. Have you tried coffee milk? No. Yes, that is very true. I need that too. Only for yeah, the pretzel is really good. Andrea got me a thing of pretzel salt downstairs from was that for birthday? That's neat. It'll last me my entire life. I used to make pretzels. I always keep telling Asher we're going to make some homemade pretzels. They straight up aren't going to be this good, but in some ways they're better. They're more like the breadsticks that we had, but pretzely.
I think you have to scratch.
Yeah, we will do the New Year's Eve tradition. We're going to continue doing that. I thought I liked coffee. It turned out I actually like creamer. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, goodbye. Good night. The pretzels are super good. Keeping tradition and going with our routine is what's keeping me alive. I feel so bad people have to do what I'm doing and not have a routine. Couldn't do it. She was in bed. She woke up while we were doing the stream and we snuggled up for a little bit. So she's back in bed now. They say Mountain Dew is the hardest stuff on your kidneys, and they say Coke is bad too. See, that's the thing, is that I think half of the health stuff we know is completely nonsense. Like, you've heard all these rumors about, yeah, if you put a nail in Coca-Cola and leave it overnight, the nail will disappear. But that's not true.
And I put peanut butter over cold, turn into a
Just lies. Just lies. I'm not saying pop is like good for you or whatever, but nothing's good for you. I mean, you want to be as healthy as you can be, and be balanced and not be excessive in anything. But nothing's going to keep you living forever. I see people who grow old, really old, who eat terrible, and I see people die young who eat well. Excuse me. Thomas, you don't have your shirt on. You're on the stream. Weird boy. I don't know. Why don't you? Yeah. I don't know if that's bad or not. I doubt it. You can watch all kinds of beach dudes on YouTube, so I suppose it's not bad. I see the kids were chaining Visine drops lately, and now I know why. Eye drops.
I'm hoping it doesn't look weird.
Well, we've been praying for you, Laura. Good luck with your surgery. And Thomas doesn't give one flip. Hannah, you're exactly right. You don't care. I actually had a vlog. This last vlog, we were going to put some Magic Monday night in there. But Thomas was sitting there playing Magic with no shirt on the whole time, and so I didn't put it in. But I thought about it for a long time. So. Yeah, Thomas didn't care. Everybody's supporting you. Oh, you're seeing. Yeah, you're still modding, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yep. No, everybody thinks you're awesome for not caring.
It doesn't work with it.
It needs to be a finished edge. You actually got to prefer using a grinder. You got a pretty good edge on that with just a grinder.
It's the battery life is so hard to turn off.
Yes, I do need to go to sleep. I have not slept too well lately. How long have I been streaming? It's probably been a long time already. What time is it?
Like now and then.
Is it? I love doing it. It makes me feel better. I need to go to sleep. I think I will, Hannah. Magic Monday is where we play the card game Magic the Gathering on the first Monday of the month. So the last Monday of the month is Movie Monday. You guys ever see our screensaver? Maybe you might enjoy it. I just love that picture of Andrea that come up there. You always have home pictures playing there all the time. Good, all fun memories. Thank you, mods. As I said, the mods days might be numbered. We were telling, I really want to give it back to Thomas. He's a really good mod, and he's my son. So I'm totally fine with him doing it. I don't know what you said. They were too fast. On the trigger finger on the ball. Magic the Gathering is the most complicated game in the whole world. It's like playing chess with 10,000 pieces. And it's wonderful. Things that are overly complicated really get me going. Magic. Not enough action for Asher. He doesn't like playing Magic.
No, he doesn't like arguing.
Yes, he is a good mod. that will probably do that. So.
It only doesn't do. There's only nothing to do for a long time when we play. There's like 6 people playing EDA.
Magic is so fun. It's so entertaining. For me, all I want to do is prove to the world that I'm the awesomest in the world. That's all everybody wants to do, right? Especially INTJs. We love competition. And so we want to show the world how smart and how creative and strategic we are. Yeah. Would you like to go out for wrestling?
No.
I was just talking today. You guys, as homeschoolers, we can do the sports with the schools. We were just talking today about that and how maybe we would do that. Or play football or... No, you're not that kind. But Judah is.
I probably would do it.
It would still be fun. I think you would love it. It was nice having all the mods, but it'll be all right. And if there's a problem, we can always put it back. But I really appreciate Thomas, and I felt really bad when he told me that he liked being the mod for our family. He's always diligent. He catches me streaming randomly like this. I didn't tell him I was streaming. They were all downstairs. I don't know when he found out, but anyways, he hopped right on and started modding. So. Oh. Yep. Space Invaders. Good game. Oh yeah. See, there we go. My gut is that's kind of what I tentatively was talking about doing, is just making Thomas the only mod and having him in control of it. If he couldn't handle it, we could do something then. But I think he can, and I want him to be able to. No, it's just Thomas was pretty hurt at the time. He's right here. He's gonna have to talk about it, but he felt really bad that he was the only mod before, and then I brought a bunch of new mods in, and he felt really bad about it. Like he wasn't good enough. He was not doing my job, and I didn't know you were. And anyways, I'm totally fine with him doing it, and I wanted to trust him to do it. And I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to make him mod. So that'll probably happen. That's what we talked about earlier in the video. That's what we're talking about. Magic like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's more appropriate to say Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like Magic. But yes. Magic's been around since 1993. Way before Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I was alive. I was playing Magic when it came out. I'm very proud of the fact that I played when Magic first came out. And they didn't know what they were doing. That's why some of the cards are so valuable. It's because they made a bunch of cards that were ridiculously powerful. Way too powerful. And they stopped printing them eventually, which made them rare. You know, a Black Lotus, a nice good condition Black Lotus can easily go for 40 grand. Oh, thank you, Linda. And the chicken Alfredo. If I can do that, I can do it. I know. I would absolutely make that. All the kids love. That's one of the meals that everybody loves, the chicken Alfredo. And there's very few meals that everybody loves in our family. There's a whole box of Rice Krispie treats there. You can grab them out of that box in there. Just grab some. There's a whole bunch down in the 3 o'clock snack basket. You can have one of those too if you want. Oh, no, you typed it right. Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, you played Magic when it came out too, huh? Yeah, back when it wasn't cool. Not a card, idea that there was collectible cards like baseball cards that you could play a game with, absolutely fascinated me. Yeah, Black Lotus can go for $40,000. You can go more than that if you get the if it's an alpha or in good condition or whatever. Problem is, there's a lot of counterfeits now, so it's kind of hurting the market. You can tell, but they're so good now you almost can't tell. Elder Scrolls, yep, that's good. Skyrim will always be the best one, but some of the older ones were fun too. Oh. Oh, you don't see them? I might have dumped them all in the 3 o'clock snack basket.
Yeah, we dumped all those over in that.
Not to ask personal questions, but I missed it. No. See, that's the thing is if you get a jar of Alfredo sauce, nobody will eat it. Nobody will eat it. They only will eat Andrea's homemade Alfredo sauce. They wouldn't like chicken Alfredo any other way. Thank you, mods. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm glad you're doing it. Oh, good job, Thomas. See that? Lightning draw. I didn't even see it, so. Oh, man, okay. Well, I probably should. Thank you, guys. She's like macaroni and cheese? Oh, yeah. Right now, again, we're used to not making meals, and every time Andrea made a meal, it was not welcomed by somebody. But she had enough sides on all the dishes. She'd have fruit, and then she'd have, applesauce or something, and pudding, or maybe a little dessert and a drink, and then a side or something. And so they all had stuff to eat. And we had a rule that they all had to have one bite. So, but there's very few meals that everybody will like. And one of those is macaroni and cheese. Kraft macaroni and cheese. I think everybody likes Kraft. Oh, Asher doesn't like Kraft macaroni and cheese, right? Yeah, Asher doesn't. But Asher, we're totally fine letting Asher make whatever he wants to make. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, we did show it. It's really good. Yeah, it did. That's what she did use. It had heavy cream in it, and and it had cream cheese. Man. South Africa, man, that's far away. Nice to see you, Liz. Can Thomas tell us about his cross necklace? Well, I can tell him about his cross necklace. Oh, yeah. So, actually, Thomas has always enjoyed wearing a cross. When he was a little boy, we took him to VBS, Vacation Bible School, and they had a little fair thing where you get tickets and get prizes, and he got the cheesiest plastic cross, and he won it. So he put it on, and he put that on, and he wore that for like 2 years, and never took it off. It was the longest running Oriental trading piece of trash that ever won. It was a good cross. I don't mean to say it badly.
I don't even remember which one it was.
It was blue. Anyways, he's always loved wearing a cross. And I did. I was me. I mean, it's funny because I never told him I wore a cross, but I wore a cross all through high school. And I wore a cross all through high school. And I had a nice old one. I don't even know where I got it. And made out of square nails. And anyways, I still had it. The very same one that I wore through high school. And so I gave it to him. And now he wears that one. So that's the story. Did you get our box of goodies from Amazon? We might have. I mean, we got a lot of boxes of goodies from Amazon. I lose track about who sent what, but I've got a whole countertop over there of mail to open, and we're going to do that tomorrow. So we're going to stream. We've been doing mail packages on Sundays, so that way we have enough time to do game night on Tuesdays and not have the kids in bed at a good hour. Kenya, Africa. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing that we can connect with people we've never seen or known, and people are mourning Andrea that I'll never see. It's a miracle. It's really fascinating. We're doing those online Bible studies, and there's like 600 people that show up on it. That's amazing. What a blessing this medium is. Okay, like some rest of my drops. There's some in the bathroom, so I'm absolutely going to get some here in a minute. And it's gotten worse just sitting here for some reason. What does? Oh, looking at the screens? Yeah. What time does game night start? 7:30 MST, Mountain Standard Time. So you have to figure that out from wherever you are. If you just Google 7:30 MST 2 and put in your time zone, whatever that is, PST or EST or whatever the other countries' time zones are called, then it'll convert it for you. Good night, Hannah. Enjoy your work. Doom. Yes. Doom is the first video game ever. So when I was a kid, I grew up on an Atari 800 XL. I even had an Atari 400 computer before that. And you guys heard of Atari before, but I guarantee you, well, I don't guarantee you, most people might have heard of the Atari computers. And so I had Doom back when Doom was new. Actually, I didn't have Doom on the Atari. It was a regular PC game. So I take it back. But yes, I did play Doom. She did have start to finish on Chicken Alfredo. Well, thank you, Elizabeth, for checking that out. I could have just went and looked at it, but I just haven't. There's so many things that I could do. I've had that time clock I wanted to figure out. I just have a huge list of things to do. And you know what I do? I do the absolute necessities. I feed my kids. I take care of the laundry. And I do clean the house like it's supposed to be. Or I make the kids clean it. And that's about all I can get done. But someday this grief stuff will pass, and I'll be better to get on fire for doing serious things again. Yep, I think I will get to bed. Your brother invented worm walls in Doom? Really? Oh, that's why you're saying it. That's pretty cool. Oh, the hamburger balls, yeah. Those were, see, the secret about the hamburger balls, I never said it to Andrea, is Grandpa Kenny is the guy who did the hamburger balls. And I don't know where he got it from. He might have just made it up for all we know. But her grandpa. And she wanted to know how to make them, so he told her. And she wrote it all down or whatever. And that's the only reason why we have the recipe now. All the family members wanted to know how to do it, but none of them knew. And the only one who knew was Andrea. Andrea didn't make it when they were still really good, but she didn't do as good as Grandpa Kenny did. And Grandpa Kenny's were incredible. They were crispy. And anyways, we need to make those. The kids would love those. I should do that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. 2600. Yep. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna log off, everybody. I so appreciate you hanging out here with me. I was having a rough day, and being able to talk is really helped me, and is very, very grateful for it. So we'll be on tomorrow to do mail opening and just kind of visit with you guys a little bit. And then we have game night on Tuesday at 7:30 MST. And Bible study on Wednesday at 8 o'clock MST. So we'll see you then. Thanks, everybody.
See ya.